Jackson on Sunday?
Yeah, got the wind knocked out of him. He's good. Yeah, I would like him to slide on that.
7 points in 3 preseason games.
I'm sorry?
7 points in 3 preseason games. How pleased are you with just that scoring volume?
Well, I think just the effort of the guys is what we're really focused on, the discipline, their team-first attitude, their work ethic, big things, the accountability to one another, to the coaches, to the players. Again, it's a process of training camp to the preseason games and being able to execute, regardless of who's in there. There's a standard that, I'm going to hold everybody to, and, we got 17 days here before the first one, so we got a lot of work still to get done.
Brian, in college, Jackson's aggressiveness when running with the ball was a note. When he was coming out of college, we've seen him dive a decent amount in practice, kind of aggressive again in the Bills game, and now this one. I mean, how do you coach it out of him? How do you balance it? You don't want to take it away, but also you can be safe. How do you find that?
Yeah, I wouldn't coach it out of him. There's just certain times that you got to make the right decision. I would say in this particular game is probably a good time to slide, the third preseason game. Every situation's different. I've had different quarterbacks that can run and are pretty productive running the football. There's a time and a place. You'd like to take as few hits as you can, but I like Jackson's competitiveness, his toughness. We got to make the right decision. And those are split-second decisions, Connor. So, I trust him. I trust the guys that I've been around, our guys. I trust them to do the right thing, but I'll never take his competitiveness away.
Is it hard to decide in the split second whether they go down, whether they go up, to decide when's the right time, when's not?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good question for Jackson and those guys that do it. Things happen in a split second in this league. Certainly don't want to take any unnecessary hits. But I love his competitiveness and his toughness.
How do you think he did today? I mean, to get his first start, I'm sure he was excited.
Yeah. I mean, every ball should have been complete. So, or all but one, maybe.
Was your plan to take him out at that point, though, just to no matter whether he took that hit or not? Was it your plan?
I'm sorry.
Was it your plan for him to only play that to that point in the game and then go to Jameis, or would you have put Jackson back in if he had not taken the hit?
No, Jameis was up, and then Tommy was going to play in the second half.
What do you think of Tommy's play?
I thought all the quarterbacks played well. Thought they played well all preseason. Thought they played well all training camp. Decisive, quick, good decision making. We threw that pick down there in the end zone again. But timely, I think, helped the line. The line's doing a nice job, but the quarterbacks are doing a nice job as well.
Dave, how did Jackson die? I assume you made the decision at some point yesterday, and then even earlier, that he was going to start tonight. How did his process change, if at all, from last night to today? Did you give him opportunities that, kind of simulate what it would be like starting a game?
Yeah, it was a short week, Art. Obviously, we played, Saturday? So it was a short week. Jackson had an idea he was going to start for the week. I think that's important. Again, it's the third preseason game. You're really not doing any game planning, but for a quarterback, whatever calls we put on the call sheet to prepare. But he needs to prepare like that every week. So do all the quarterbacks. Oh, good?
Is this a tough spot, Dave, for you? I mean, your quarterback, you had 4 quarterbacks, and you know it becomes a numbers game at some point. But to get the play that you've gotten out of your quarterbacks, who knows what's going to happen on Tuesday, but it's rare for a team to keep 4. Is it hard for you because you spend so much time with these quarterbacks? And I know it's hard every year at every position. Yeah. But just to get exactly what you've gotten out of these 4 guys, is it going to be hard to move forward if you have to move forward?
I'd say with every player, Art, I know it's, obviously the quarterbacks, you're around them a lot, you develop a special relationship with them. But for every player, they put so much time and effort into, being the best that they can be to try to make a roster. And unfortunately, you can only keep a certain amount. I certainly appreciate everybody's, again, work ethic and commitment to the team. Even the way the guys were playing all the way up until the end. I know it's the third preseason game, but I think there's something to be said for the level of discipline and accountability and effort that they've given all the way through. And guys on the sideline jumping up and down or running down after TJ had that pick. Trying to build something. But it's these next couple of days are tough on the players, and they're tough on the personnel staff, the coaching staff, because this is a relationship business.
How do you think Jalen did? Like the one hit him in the shoulder, then he makes the catch on the long one?
Yeah, he had a nice touchdown.
What about the other deep one, the Jackson one?
Go back and look at it.
Now that we're through the offseason, training camp, preseason's done, we spent a lot of time talking about your plan with Jackson. Through it all, did you accomplish what you wanted to with him to this point? Were you able to do a little bit more than what you expected when this whole thing began? Yeah, I'd say kind of run a day-to-day plan with the young quarterback. Every day we're learning something. For example, I put him out there at the coin toss today, and he's running up to me 3 minutes. What do you want me to do again? I've never done this before. Like just on the last second, I told him you're going out there right when I got here today. A few minutes before we went out there, so he's thinking about that, and just try to do things that may come up one day with him. So we'll keep on building them. I think Shea and Kafka have done a really good job with him. I think he's done a good job. Credit the player first and foremost. Being a rookie quarterback is not easy. Being a quarterback is not easy. So he knows he's got a lot of things to work on, but he's made progress every day. And I'm glad we drafted him. I'm glad he's our guy.
Did Abdul have the same reaction?
Yeah, Abdul was less. I usually have the quarterback go out there and decide what we're going to do. So he's like, wait a minute. So we're going to take the ball, but what if they which way do you want me to kick? So there was just things. He's out there warming up, and he's coming over to me. I'm like, what? And he's got two questions. I'm like, don't worry about that. Just let's go. But I wanted him to think about, what it'll be like one day.
Great hands. You can see him already. Nice out there.
So they go 5 wide. Flag is down on the second play of the game. On the move, he throws. This is Olszewski. Gunnar Olszewski inside the 30. Olszewski will take the ball to the 10, but we'll see about the penalty flag at the inception of the play.
I think they only had 3 guys